What's up, LifeVantage? And for all of our guests that are joining us tonight, looks like we have about 1 minute before we'll go ahead and kick off today's session of Taking Control with LifeVantage. So really looking forward to having everybody join us on this Tuesday evening. We've now been doing these sessions for this is going to be our fifth one. So we've been having so much fun. And I see a lot of people are trickling on all the way from all around the US, maybe up from Canada as well. We've got Vancouver, BC. Welcome, everybody. So really excited to have everybody with us today. My name is Skylar Fobbs. I am actually the Director of Sales here at LifeVantage. Really happy to be here with you guys today. But more importantly, I'm just here to bring on that individual that you all came here to listen to today. So someone that we're going to be able to listen to and that I get, mind-blowing information every single time I hear from her. So I'm really excited to hear from her today. But essentially what you're here to learn is how to go ahead and take advantage of the LifeVantage opportunity. That's exactly the name, Taking Control with LifeVantage. So what we have for you today is one of our top leaders. She's truly in the top 1% here at LifeVantage. She's had so much success. I know she started this working in this industry when she was a little bit younger at the age of 21. So it's been about a whole year now. That's a joke. You're going to go ahead and see her here in a minute. But one of our elite pro eights, that means she's doing well over 200,000 in volume every single month for our company. And who better to learn from the top 1% in the company? I mean, I am so excited to hear from her. She's a loving mother, loving wife, and she's also a personal trainer. So she truly knows how special it is to have the science-backed products that we have here at LifeVantage and just the real opportunity that we have at hand. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and just kick everything over to our guest presenter that we have on today. So with that being said, Elite Pro 8, Cherise Matthews, are you here with us today?
Hi, Skylar, I am.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Can't wait to hear from you today. And yeah, go ahead and take it away and show us what you got.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. Hey, I'm Cherise Matthews. Like Skylar said, so excited to be with you tonight. And I have to say is that I know you have a lot of places to be tonight or not. That's a bad joke. But I'm just so excited that you're here with me to really just share in some exciting news that I want to share with you tonight. So yes, I am a mother of 3 athletic teenage boys, and I have a really funny husband. And I swear in this environment we've been in just recently, I feel like I've done marathons around the kitchen cooking for 3 teenage boys. It's been wild. But I want to give you a background and a little bit of my story to really start and kick this off with so you understand where I started with business, okay? So I had graduated from college with a pre-law degree, and I was ready to take on the world. Yes, except I had a problem. And that was that I found out law was not what I wanted to do. So instead, I found myself sitting on the golf course, right, as a golf cart girl selling sandwiches and beers to the golfers. And I was sitting there thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And at that time, my doctor father said, well, at least you're the most well-educated cart girl out there. He wasn't very happy with me. And what I didn't tell him was that also I was $40,000 in debt by starting one of those networking businesses. So one day I was sitting on the course, and one particular day I remember very, very vividly, and a very humble, kind gentleman came up. He bought his sandwiches and his drinks, and after he paid for them, he gave me $100 tip. And I went, oh gosh, wait a minute, sir, you made a mistake. This is a $100 bill. And he said, yes, I know, that's for you. And now you guys have to understand, being a recent grad and off my dad's payroll and being in debt and a cart girl, the $100, it didn't look too shabby, right? And so I said, thank you very much. May I ask you what you do for a living? This is where I'm supposed to take my glasses off. He said, network marketing. and he drove the cart away. I went to myself, what? People actually make money doing that? Could this be a really viable business? Oh, well, I'll never find out because I was never going to do that business again, right? So fast forward, my career path led me in two directions simultaneously. And one, I worked as an insurance wholesaler, wholesaling insurance to financial planners, right, to protect high net worth estates. And then also as an athlete myself, I really followed my passion for fitness and teaching and training all the way up to the elite level. And I always knew, though, with that, was that there's got to be a better way to leave a larger footprint on human health than just one-on-one. And so sure enough, my passion for health started to take precedence. So when one of my very best friends, Carrie Dickey, introduced me to a business that at that time it had one of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet, known to man. And I knew what antioxidants were about, and they could scavenge free radicals in the body. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is big. And we ran like crazy. And we worked really hard bringing that product to market and at the same time earning leveraged income. And one day my insurance boss, because I was still doing that job as well, right? And my insurance boss called me into his office. And listen, you guys, we had a really good relationship, but he called me and he said, Cherise, I know what you're doing on the side. And he said, I want you to run and go for it. He said, my wife has made millions in that industry with that business platform. He said, from home, you go home, be with your kids, run like crazy, go for it. And he said, if you ever want to come back, then you have a wide open door. Feel free to come back. I mean, what a way to leave a job, right? It was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, my friend and I, Carrie and I, we ran like crazy. And we all of a sudden found out that science was advancing. And that we found out that the most powerful antioxidant in the world still didn't compare to even our own body's ability to flip a switch in our own body to activate our body to release antioxidants like crazy, like 100-fold. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're on to something big. And that's what led me to this company. I've been here for 10 years. And my husband said the other day, he said, thank you. He said, do you realize that because of your hard work and creating leveraged income for our family, that your business has not just survived in two economic crises that we've experienced in our careers, but it has thrived in arid economic climates? And he said, thank you. And I went, wow, that is so true. So tonight, what we are going to talk about is really a business platform, right, that is so relevant, and also a health technology that has such loud science behind it that together has created one of the most exciting business opportunities I've ever seen. Let me share my screen. Hold on. And who are we? We are LifeVantage. There we go. We are LifeVantage. Oh, I'm so excited to share this with you. Proper disclosures. Everyone's results may vary as we are all unique and different. The distributor sales earnings to close their potential gross earnings and not yet other business expenses and not necessarily representative of the actual income. If any that a distributor can earn or through LifeVantage sales compensation plan, a distributor earnings will depend on individual diligence, work and effort, market conditions. LifeVantage is not a guarantee. Any income or rank success. See the average annual income disclosure for detailed earnings information per rank. I just had to do that because it was really fun. All right, so let's talk about what we're going to talk about here tonight with 4 components to this business. 1, we have products and loud science I can't wait to share with you. And then how do you earn your income by sharing those products? And then, of course, timing, because how does timing really work? Timing is everything. And then, of course, a component for a system here. So let's talk about the loud science that I first saw and got so excited about. To understand where we're going, we have to understand where we began, right? So LifeVantage began in a lab with a single question, and that was, is declining health something that we have to simply accept as part of getting older? But as we discovered, discovery number one was our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. And then discovery number two, decades later, we discovered a way to activate these abilities. And there our company was formed back in 2003 to continue this research and to share it with the world. So where did we start? A brief history of LifeVantage. The products were sold since 2003, but very interestingly, they weren't selling too much until an investigative report on ABC Primetime in 2005 led to a flurry of media attention. And John Quinones actually took on air our product and had his blood tested before and after 14 days, his oxidative stress levels decreased dramatically. And guess what? Anyone that saw that ABC prime time, the orders were coming into our company and being flooded. But we had a researcher and a scientist, and we really didn't have a platform to sell these products. But who else saw that ABC prime time? Were top universities and medical centers like Harvard, Colorado State, Texas Tech and Virginia Commonwealth, and these prestigious medical centers, they really began self-funding research on our new approach to health. They said, you know, what we saw was very intriguing. May we please fund our own studies? We'll do it ourselves. And can we see if this is really, if this product really does what it says it's going to do? Well, our company said, well, that is music to our ears. Go for it. And then, at the same time when those studies were getting underway, we were trying to really sell this in the retail outlet. And by then, all the hype had died down. And so this was a very indescript bottle that was sitting on the shelves at the retail outlets. And at that time, nobody even knew what that was. And so an expert came in and said, hold on, this is a story that has to be told. And we switched from the retail outlet to direct sales in 2009, and it has helped this company soar. We began using activation, right, to address the leading theories on. So I want to really go through these 3 theories of aging with you so that you understand just what we have our hands on. Theory number 1, it's oxidative stress. And what is oxidative stress? Very simply put, it's this. If you cut an apple open and you leave it on the counter, it turns brown. It oxidizes. Oxygen hits it, it turns brown. When we age, we essentially rust from the inside out. Oxidative stress attacks our cells, and oxidative stress can attack every system in our bodies, right? And the issue is that the body is constantly being bombarded by oxidative stress. And this onslaught of free radicals, right, it impacts our cellular function. So the solution is the body combats oxidative stress by producing antioxidants. Well, there's a hurdle because unfortunately, the body's production of antioxidants slows down over time. Dun, dun, dun. So what causes oxidative stress, right? Diet, eating GMOs, smoking. Does anyone ever do that anymore? Not sure. Medication, pollutants, inactivity, or rigorous exercise. I'm a product of that. Take it from me. All the alcohol, toxins, pesticides, fungicides on our foods. What about our wireless signals? What about putting our phone up to our body? Yeah, EMFs, right? This causes even more oxidative stress than usual on our bodies. And so how do we combat that? Guess what? There is an important pathway in our body it's a molecule called nerve 2. And it is so important that it has everything to do with your ability to control your own genes expression. Guess what? We have the ability to control our own genes expression by this NRF2 pathway. So NRF2 is a specific protein found within every cell, and it's a protein that remains dormant, okay? Unable to move or operate until it's released by a NRF2 activator. And this NRF2 pathway's chief role is to protect cells against oxidative stress, right? So now this particular product is incredible because with the 5 plant ingredients in a perfect recipe, a perfect ratio, milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea extract, turmeric, it lowers oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. This 10 years later still has me so excited because there's no other product on the market that can make that claim. It is huge. Unbelievable. It increases superoxide dismutase by 30%, catalase, glutathione. These are survival genes in the body, literally flipping the switch of your body's survival genes on, and it produces enzymes capable of neutralizing millions of free radicals. So the LifeVantage approach is this. Okay, so let's just put it this way. If you eat a direct antioxidant, it actually will attack one free radical like a Dixie cup of water on a house fire. But when you put Protandim in your body and you flip that NRF2 pathway on, it's like a light switch that turns on those survival genes that know how to fight free radicals at the rate of 1,000,000 to 1. That, and keep going, and keep going. So you guys, I think by now, a lot of people in general health understand the power of an antioxidant, right? Well, before kale got like really popular, I was the one that went into the grocery store and I asked the grocer for kale because my dad was a doctor and knew, he was a dentist, and he always said that kale had a ton of antioxidant properties. And so we ate a lot of kale, and I would go into this grocer and ask for kale, and he said, "Oh, you're the one with the turtle." And I'm like, "I don't have any turtles." And he said, "Well, only 2 people come and ask for kale, you and the lady with the turtles." I'm like, "What?" And now, of course, everyone knows the antioxidant properties of kale. You know, now that's popular. It's kale chips and kale soup and kale salads and kale everything, right? But again, it's just a direct antioxidant. It fights free radicals at the rate of 1 to 1. When we know now that each of your body's enzymes eliminates millions of free radicals, and that is where this loud science has come in. Now, all those studies that were getting done have all flooded back in. Over 25 peer-reviewed published journals, right, and publications. You can find these at pubmed.gov. And I will say this, is that most of the time, you can usually find maybe a peer-reviewed study on an ingredient of a product, but very rarely will you ever find peer-reviewed, let alone over 25 of them, on a product. And that can actually make the claim that it reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. It is huge. So these universities, we're not messing around here. This is from Harvard, Ohio State, Colorado State, Texas Tech. I'm sure some of your alma maters here on the screen. And that is why there is so much loud science behind her, because, you know, this company wasn't, you know, a company looking for a product. It was a product looking for a company. And this is how exciting all of this has become. This right here says it all. Washington State University says NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. I read that and I get chills. We are on to something big. Theory number 2, mitochondrial decline. I'm going to take you back to 9th grade biology. And if you actually open up one of my son's science books right now, you will see that these are the mighty mitochondria. I get very excited about this. They are actually featured with little capes on as the superhero of the cell. Mitochondria, I want you to think of it like this. They're the powerhouse of the cell. They're the energy source of the cell. And I want you to think of as they are the on-demand energy button. You want energy? On-demand energy button. That's a mitochondria. So scientists, this is an interesting fact. Scientists say that you and I each possess more than 10 million billion mitochondria, making up a full 10% of our body weight. And so if your mitochondria don't work well, you don't work well. If your mitochondria aren't feeling well, you aren't feeling well. It's a direct correlation, right? And so the issue here is that your body needs constant power to run, and mitochondria are responsible for producing the power in our cells. And you know what? Here it is, the solution. Well, every cell requires mitochondrial power, right? They're the ones with the capes, and they're the superheroes in there. And the solution is the body is constantly fixing or removing damaged mitochondria and producing new mitochondria. And that's a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. And the hurdle is, unfortunately, the body's production of mitochondria slows down over time. Dun, 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 right? How do we fix that? Well, guess what? LifeVantage figured out here with their science that if you flip on the switch of the NRF1 pathway, then you can help restore healthy mitochondria. This is huge. And so again, plant ingredients. The benefit of this is it increases cellular energy. It's your on-demand energy button, right? It improves cell repair, cognitive and brain health, and circulatory and cardiovascular health. This is huge. You want to put those capes back on those mitochondria in your body. And theory number 3, sirtuin activity. That is a funny word. Let me just make it very simple for you. These are the trash trucks, the trash guys that come in and remove cell waste from your body. This is what have you ever heard of fasting and why people lower their caloric intake? It's because their benefit of lowering your caloric intake is to increase your sirtuin activity so that you can actually remove cellular waste, right? Well, I will say that that we have a way to do this here. And in fact, my husband always says, clean yourself out, bud. That's what he calls this. He calls clean yourself out, bud, when it comes to sirtuin activity. How can we raise the levels of sirtuin in the body? Well, I will tell you this. Unfortunately, as the body's production of sirtuins, as we age, it slows down over time. I'm supposed to do that again. Dun, dun, dun. But we know that the NAD pathway is responsible for increasing sirtuin activity. Again, plant ingredients in a perfect ratio put together turns the switch on of NAD pathway. So what does it do then? What's the benefit? Supports healthy longevity, improves mental focus and concentration, right? Boosts mental and physical energy. You guys, let me just say this. When I took this product, I felt this product within 30 minutes of taking the product. It was incredible. So this is our Protandem family tri-synergizer. You guys, I'm half Greek. I use the word synergia a lot. And let me read you the definition of synergy. It's the interaction of elements that when combined produce a total effect that is greater than the sum of the individual elements. And this slide shows you exactly what that means. If you look here, is that what we found is that by taking all 3 of the Protandem family products, it increased the effectiveness of the product not just doubly, but look at this in the first example. The healthy inflammatory response by taking Nerve 2 by itself was up by 50%, but by taking all three products together, it was up by 838%. Again, it's the synergy working together. So do you want great results or do you want colossal results? How exciting is that? So LifeVantage, our product pillars, really is activation, to activate and flip the switch on inside your body instead of just supplementing, right? So all are non-GMO, no artificial flavors or colors or sweeteners. And now we've expanded beyond that as well. And you guys, Axio right here, Axio is its Nerve 2 activation for the brain. That green grape is my favorite, especially when I add fresh ginger in it. Wow. And it helps to reduce any mental fatigue and brain fog. The probios, maintaining a healthy gut flora. And it has a unique system, a BioTrack system that actually helps for it to get where it needs to go in the body. And it makes it so much effective. And it also has Wellmune in it as well for healthy immunity. Omegas. One of my favorite products we have. It literally lit my brain up. I love this product, clean source of fish oils. And then of course, healthy weight management, which is so important, huge market for that. And True Science Skincare. Skincare is Nerve 2 activation for the skin. So my sister is an Emmy award-winning makeup artist in Hollywood. She has access to the best skincare on the market and anywhere around the world. Her choice is True Science Skincare because she believes it is the best. I personally use so much of this. It's crazy. And it just incredible Nerve 2 activation for the outside of the body. So you're getting outside protection in and inside protection out with the whole system here. And of course, True Science Hair Care. This is clean products. These are clean products. And then Pet Tandem is truly for our little puppies, Nerve 2 activation for our puppies. So right now you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to get that in my body right now. And I wouldn't blame you. That's how I felt as well. How do you get started? Well, let's see. First of all, we have different packs that you can get started with: a silver pack, gold pack, platinum pack. And all of these packs have discounts of savings at silver pack at 31%, the gold pack 33%. And the platinum pack, a 35% discount on these. And so these you can get started this way, and you can also enroll with a starter kit and some products as well. So get started on the products to understand what this is all about. You got to put them in your body and on your body and understand the passion that I feel is because I use these products and I have gotten tremendous results from them. Now, when you enroll as an independent distributor, you'll receive a beautiful website, okay, that your customers can go, and it's a replicated website that your customers go to your site to buy products. And look at your cart. When a customer buys from your website, that purchase is coded to you, and it's really simple here. You guys, this is the thing. My sister owns a restaurant. It's really a phenomenal restaurant. And as much as she loves me, I send a lot of people to her restaurant. She doesn't say, hey, thanks, Cherise, for sending your friends. I'm going to pay you for it, because that's not her business model. But this is our business model. As we refer our friends and family, the company says, hey, thanks for referring your friends and family. So here it is. How do you make money? How do you get paid? Well, after you join as an independent distributor, when you refer people and they order, you get paid weekly bonuses and also monthly bonuses. Okay. Now, I want to remind you, this is a product-focused business. So we don't get a compensation unless product is moved. Okay. So let me show you, I'll get right back to how you get into profit mode, but I want to show you this. So people are really understanding, how do you get into profit mode? Okay, if I start a business and then I want to make my money back, well, here we go. First and foremost, is that, again, we don't get paid unless product is moved. This is a product-focused business. And so by having $100 of personal volume, you will receive commission. If it's under 100 personal volume, you don't. So from 100 to 199 of personal volume, you'll receive a 30% Smart Start bonus. But to take advantage of a 40% Smart Start bonus, you must have a 200 personal volume to take advantage of that. So let's look at this. Based on a 40% Smart Start bonus, these are examples that, let's say you signed in and you purchased a silver pack. If you enroll 3 people that do the exact same thing that you did, you'll earn, if you have a personal volume of 200 plus, you'll earn $100 off of each one of those sales. If you joined with a gold pack, you'll earn 200 on each one of those. Or, I mean, anytime anyone purchases a gold pack, that's what you'll earn. And also by enrolling 3 people with the platinum packs, you can earn up to $400 per person. Now, this doesn't end there. This is endless. You can do this over and over and over again. And you can also, this is an example for illustration only, but you can also have customers enroll, and you can receive 30 or 40% off of that first order of the customers as well. Okay, so this is a perfect meld of working from home or the beach. I live close to the beach. I've worked from the beach many a times, and it's about social sharing. And you have a virtual office, minimal business assets, no inventory requirements, and an online personal store. So I want to touch back on my story. As I told you, my husband owns a janitorial company he's had for over 20 years now. You guys, oh my goodness. It's very successful. He has 250 employees. His overhead, his expenses, and his stress are intense, right? But one time we were at an event, and I didn't have a purse to hold my phone. And I asked him to hold my phone in his pocket. So he had his phone in one pocket and my phone in the other pocket. And they were buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. And he said, Cherise, I just can't hold your phone anymore. He said, every time my phone buzzes, I have heartache and stress because of my business. And every time your phone buzzes, I think of hope and opportunity. He said, good phone, bad phone, good phone, bad phone. He goes, I'm going crazy. And I really think that right now we have such an opportunity to bring hope for so many people that it doesn't take giant overhead to start a business here. And that you can work from anywhere, and especially from home. You guys, just recently, I was looking at a statistic that said that 22 million Americans have applied for unemployment benefits in America. And people are looking for ways that they can earn money from home. What a better way than to help other people become healthier, and you can bless people's lives with helping them become healthier. So what about the timing? Because we know timing is everything. So why LifeVantage and why now? Well, most of the US and Canada is yet to discover this. This is the best kept secret. Oh, I've been trying to scream it from the rooftops, but we've got to get the word out there. And really, look at this, 60% plus increase in wellness and sales in the last 8 years. People are interested in health and how they can be healthier. I know we've talked a lot about how you can minimize your risk, but how about maximizing your health? People want to maximize their health right now. And over 220,000 studies are published on oxidative stress and growing. It's one of the biggest buzzwords in health and wellness right now. So we want to say, flip the switch, feel better, do more. At LifeVantage, why now? Well, guess what? Here we have our CEO, Darren Jensen, that was named to the DSA Board of Directors. Back in March of 2019, we further expanded to Europe and we launched in Spain. In April of 2019, LifeVantage receives the Best Places to Work honor for the third year running. How about that? In May of 2019, LifeVantage adds to European footprint and launches in Ireland. And then in 2019 in May also, LifeVantage names Erin Brockovich to its board. She's one smart woman, and that's why she is on our board, right? LifeVantage honored as a Stevia Award in 2019 American Business Awards. And then in June of 2019, LifeVantage European momentum continues to launch in Belgium. And then we were added to the Russell 3000 Index. I have to take a breath. In 2019, LifeVantage celebrates our 10th anniversary. We are tried and true, and we are growing at light speed right now. In August of 2019, LifeVantage announces financial results for the fourth fiscal quarter and full fiscal year of 2019, increased by 11% and increased by 22% exceeds high end of fiscal 2019. All right, LifeVantage expands its flagship Pro Tandem into the NAD pathway, which just really launched a big, huge growth in our business. And in November of 2019, LifeVantage opens business in New Zealand. In 2020 of this year, we introduced free shipping. And then one of the biggest announcements here was that LifeVantage Corporation rings the NASDAQ closing bell. We were all over downtown New York City that day. If you don't think this is a viable business, think again. How exciting is this? It's about flipping the switch in your body, feel better, and do more. And it's okay if you don't know anyone in these open markets. You know, I only knew a couple people in a couple of these countries, but it's all about if you know somebody, you could know your neighbor that maybe went to school with someone that knows someone in Iowa, that maybe knows someone in Belgium, and then Ireland. And all of a sudden you can earn, you can provide, you could have an international business if you work, right? But I think that the best part of this is the business bonus, is that our culture here at LifeVantage is all about serving those most in need. And this is about blessing more people all the time. I had no idea when I started with this company. I knew that we could change the face of human health. I really did. But I had no idea that some of my very best friends would be here, and I would meet them here in LifeVantage. So let's take a look at how you could build your dream. This is our income disclosure statement. I want you to take a look here at a Pro 3. Different distributor ranks on the left-hand side. And at Pro 3, that means that a distributor, independent distributor, is running about $5,000 through their business in volume, them plus their group. The average monthly commissions for a Pro 3 is $626 a month. Not bad, especially right now. I mean, gosh, do we not have an option, and can we not bring hope to people that are looking for ways that they can earn income? A Premier Pro 5 on average earns $3,107 of monthly commissions. And most people at Pro 5 are doing this on a part-time basis. Now when we move into the elite ranks, we're talking about serious money. You guys, I'm an elite Pro 8, and an average income of a Pro 8 is $25,691. I will say that I would suggest you go and look up the average salary of a doctor in the United States. Average Pro 8 income here actually is more than what an average salary of a doctor in the United States makes. So there are so many options here, you guys, and it's really about work. It does take work, but this is a vehicle. This is a vehicle to help, and really, truly, if you're thinking about vehicles for just a second here, I want you to think of the Tour de France, right? Cycling. And, could you win it with a tricycle? If you were the only one on a tricycle. Nobody else had any other bike on the road, maybe. But it's about the vehicle. It's about the vehicle of having a performance bike. You know, so many people had no idea that their business would now be not essential. They thought for sure, I mean, I couldn't believe some of these businesses that I thought were not, that were very essential, that are not essential right now. And, you know, it's not about, can you work hard enough? Many people, there are so many hard workers out there, but what vehicle are you in that can help you earn an income, especially like this? So you may be wondering, can I do this? So I want to just tell you a very, very quick story, and that is this. I've done many triathlons in my years here. And before I got into triathlon, I actually had to learn how to get on a bike and clip in a bike, right? And clip into the pedals to ride this triathlon bike. So I was a little fearful of that. And I was out in the front yard here, and my husband, he's an Ironman, and he said, okay, Cherise, I'm going to teach you how to do this. And he said, okay, hop on the bike. And he said, I'm not going to let go yet. He said, whatever you do when I let go, whatever I do, you have to keep the bike moving. You have to keep that bike moving. He must have said it 10 times. And he let go of the bike, and fear came over. And I thought, I don't know if I can do this. And sure enough, I didn't keep the bike moving. And I fell down on my side. And anyone that's ever fallen off of a bike, you guys know that feeling. You feel like you're 400 pounds falling on a hip. And I got so mad, and I unclipped from that bike, and our neighbor happened to be working on his car underneath, and he slid out from under the car, and all he said was, he told you, no matter what you do, you have to keep the bike moving. Oh, did I get mad? I tossed the shoes and the bike everywhere, and I stormed into the house. My husband said, come on, you're going to learn how to do this. Get back out here. Whatever you do, you keep those pedals moving. And sure enough, from that, I started a career in triathlons and did half Ironmans and did that. But this is the key. It's about keeping it moving. Can you do this? My question is to you, why can't you? I'll tell you what, we have a system here that is supporting you all the way, 24/7 support. Easy to follow system. You launch, you learn, you lead people to do the exact same thing that you're doing. We have regular team meetings and trainings, just like what we're doing right now. We have regular corporate events and training, incentives to keep you motivated, and private support and community. You guys, this is about the people. I know people can go and earn an income somewhere else, but you know what? What I believe is that we are changing the face of human health here at LifeVantage. That's what excites me, and that we can bless so many people by doing that and helping people right now earn an income from their home. This is something that I believe people can do. So if you are interested, you really fall into one of 3 categories. One, you need more information. So get with the person that invited you to this and say, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's talk more about this. Or you're saying, we got to get started right now. I've got to put these products in my body. Get with the person that introduced this to you, become a customer, and start experiencing these products. And then the third one is, okay, I see this, and I know we're onto something big. Let's get started. Get with the person that invited you to this and say, let's get started tonight. I want to thank you for your time. Skylar, I'm throwing this back to you.
Great, Cherise. Thank you so much. It was awesome to hear from you. It's always a pleasure to hear, from such an amazing leader that we have here at LifeVantage. And I know from all the comments that we were seeing, everybody enjoyed it as well. We had a great high of attendance. So again, like Cherise said, go ahead and get with the individual that invited you to this amazing event and this webinar. And again, it's taking control with LifeVantage, and that's exactly what we're doing here with the opportunity that's at hand. So for those of you that are just joining us, heads up on what we have, a training coming down the line on Saturday at 10 a.m., which is our Success Mastery Training. You're more than welcome to join us. We'll go ahead and get the information out to you, or go ahead and just connect with the person that brought you on. And then, yeah, you can go ahead and get all the details for that exciting news. So everybody have a great week. And thank you again, Cherise, so much. You did fantastic.